Hello, and welcome to part 1 of my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. This is the start of a long series where I'm going to be replaying Pokemon games in the order I originally got them. So, that's it. I got Platinum first when I was in 3rd grade. It was my first Pokemon game. So that's what I'm going to be starting with this series. So, yeah. I've tried YouTube before, but I never really followed through. But this time, I'm sure I can do it. Pretty sure. So yeah, let's start. It starts like every Pokemon game with you talking to the professor. Professor Rowan, everyone calls him Pokemon Professor. If we need advice, he can give it. I don't need any advice. World is inhabited by Pokemon. And he wants me to touch this Pokeball. The sound is a bit of a work in progress. It's either too... I feel like it's going to be either too quiet or too loud. Please let me know which. Or if it's fine, just let me know it's fine. But yeah, he's going to go on and explain Pokemon, stuff like that. But yeah, so I started Pokemon in 3rd grade. Everyone else was playing it, so I decided I wanted to play it. So my first game was Platinum. Kind of shows my age a little bit, but yeah. 3rd grade, Platinum. I am a boy. What's my name? My name is K-A-N-E. Kane. That's my name. Name is Kane. Yes. So you're Kane. Fine name that is. Sure is. My dad gave it to me. Well, so did my mom, but it was my dad's idea. This is Barry. That's a default name, so I'm just gonna give it to him. I don't really have a name to think of. Time has come. Grand adventure to unfold. Your journey to countless Pokemon. Yada yada yada. Pretty standard stuff. And we get shrunk down. Pokemon are by our side always. I hope you will understand the meaning of those words. That was the comment left by Professor Rowan, who was returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. That concludes our special program. Yada yada yada. I said yada 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 a lot. Sorry. So yeah, this is the game. First things first, though, I want to change my options. Set this to fast. I like to play on set battle style, which means you won't get alerted. Which means you won't be told what Pokemon the opponent is sending out. Sorry if I sound a little stuffy, I just got a stuffy nose out of nowhere. And frame type, let's go with... I like this one. Go to close. And yeah. If we take a step, our rival shows up. Talk about what we saw on TV, Professor Rowan's being back in town. Talk about how he wants to see Professor Rowan, see if he can get a Pokemon. He's gonna fine me 10 million if I'm late. Down here, our mom talks to us. Says Barry already left. Better go in a hurry. It's kind of afternoon when I'm playing. That's why the colors look like this. It's either the afternoon colors. Well, it's way afternoon, but these are the colors they use for afternoon. And unfortunately, we have to go back into Barry's house to get him. That's something I had messed up when I first played. I don't remember much from my original playthrough, but that's one of the things I remember. My mess ups. So he says he's gonna fine us 10 million again. Fine us. That sounded like find, but I meant fine. Fine. Now I'm rambling. But yeah, that's one of the things I didn't realize we had to do. So we were told to go to his house, and we talked to him, so I thought that was it, but that's not it. Now he's up here waiting for us. Talk about how we're so slow. Says he's gonna run into the grass really fast. Hold it. Oh no, someone stopped him. It's Professor Rowan. We just talked to him. He's gonna talk about, do you really love Pokemon? Stuff like that. Do we truly love Pokemon? Yes. I'll ask you once again. Do you truly love Pokemon? Do you? Barry says you ask us 100 times, but we'll always say yes. It's pretty much it. It's my favorite thing. Yes, it's my favorite thing. And Dawn shows up with a briefcase full of starter Pokemon. Does it choose our starter? I'm actually gonna save the game really quick because I'm a bit of a stickler for stats. Saving a lot of data. Let me know if I'm talking too fast. I have a tendency to talk really fast and also mumble, so pretty bad combination. But now I'm gonna reveal the next thing is, along with playing the games in the order I originally played them, I'm also gonna be choosing my original starters I picked back then. So my first ever starter Pokemon in my first game ever was actually Chimchar. The other options are Turtwig, the grass type, and Piplup, the water type. But my first ever Pokemon was Chimchar. Pretty cool. Now my favorite is Turtwig, but I'm not good doing favorites. I'm trying to stick to my original starter choices. So yeah. Unfortunately, you can't check the stats for a while. First we have to wait for them to leave. And then we have to battle Barry. Our first Pokemon battle. Pokemon Trainer Barry. Send out a Piplup. We send out Chimchar. Most games right here is when you can check your stats. But they have removed the Pokemon Run and Bag buttons for some reason. So you kind of just have to, if you reset for stats, you kind of have to finish the battle every time, which is pretty annoying. Already I can tell though is we have a pretty low HP stat. I think Chimchar can have all the way up to 21, but I'm not positive. So yeah. We'll have to see first. I turned up the volume a little bit because I felt like it was a little quiet when I checked the footage. I checked the footage before I saved the game in case something went wrong, but it looked fine. Music was a little quiet though, so I turned it up a bit. Hopefully it's better now. Gonna keep going for scratches, and he keeps growling. Uh-oh, it's getting kind of close now. He growled us a lot, which lowers our attack. That's why we're doing such little damage. Looks like we might make it, though, if he keeps going for growl. Oop, there's another pound. That's not good. This might take it out, though. Oh, nope. Pound. Darn. We lost our first ever battle. That's not good. We blacked out. Oh no. And we lost money. He's gonna brag that he won. And then everything goes black. Yep, black. And then we wake up back home. Mom's gonna talk about it. How we got a Pokemon now. I think. Probably should actually read it. But I played too many times to read. She gave us the running shoes a little bit ago. I kind of zoned out there. But yeah, now we can run places. So let's go ahead and check the stats. Pokemon. Chimchar. We have a rash nature. I'm not sure what that does. We'll have to check. Okay, let's put it into a calculator. Should have had it ready. I might edit this out. So our characteristic is... His characteristic is very finicky, which actually affects what they can tell by the IVs. What they can get from the IVs. What they can guess from the IVs. There we go. Holy smokes. Very finicky. Nature is rash. Right? Yep. And his stats are 19. Oops. That's the level. Yeah, I'm going to have to edit this out. Okay. Level 5. HP is 19. Attack is 11. Defense is 10. Special attack is 13. Special defense is 8. And speed is 11. Let's calculate. Okay, looks like his HP can be from 0 to 11. His attack can be from 4 to 23. His defense can be from 12 to 29. Special attack is either 24 or 29. Special defense is either 0 or 11. Or speed is 0 or 17. Those zeros make me kind of nervous. Other than that, just because of the special attack, he's pretty okay. We'll have to keep him and see. Keep him for now. Like I said, I'm a bit of a stickler for stats. I'm not sure why or when it started. It definitely wasn't like that when I first played Pokemon. But this, because I didn't know they existed, pretty much. Now, Barry wants us to go to the lake. So we're going to lead him on over. And we're going to see this guy. Flowing time, the expanding space. I will make it all mine one day. Cyrus is my name, remember it. Until then, sleep while you can. Legendary Pokemon of the lake bed. I don't know why I gave him that voice, but that's the voice he has. He has. Barry's gonna talk about how weird he was. And then he's gonna talk about the legendary Pokemon, and then we're actually gonna hear from the legendary Pokemon. Awesome. Barry's gonna get all excited. We heard a legendary Pokemon crying. This is our chance. And then he realizes we don't have Pokeballs. And he runs off. And somehow he just disappears immediately. But next up, we have to go to the professor's lab. On my way, I'm going to level up Chimchar a bit, so we get a better idea of his stats. First up, we have a Starly, which I forgot to mention. Another aspect of this series is in each game I will also be going for the regional dex. If you don't know what that means, that just means the Pokédex for the region specifically. And by that, I don't mean the regional dex, because that includes older Pokemon. I'm going to be catching the Pokemon that were introduced in that generation. That's what I meant. Sorry for the confusion. Well, not much confusion if I corrected myself immediately, but, you know, still. So yeah, I'm going to be catching all the unique Pokemon in Sinnoh. Or, unique Pokemon in Gen 4, it'd be more like. We got almost halfway to the level. The first Pokemon you can catch here is Starly, like we just saw. And there's a few others. The next Pokemon is a Bidoof. Pretty cool. Not really, but it's still a unique Pokemon. So let's go ahead and fight it. There's one more Pokemon called Kricketot. And he can only be found during the morning or during the night. So when I'm playing right now, I can't currently find him. So yeah, we'll have to come back for him later. Well, we have to wait for Pokeballs anyway. But for then, I'm going to get one more level on Chimchar. Okay, Chimchar learned Ember, which is cool. So I checked his stats again. And now the guesses are HP can be 0 through 11. Attack can be 4 through 12. Which isn't very good for a Chimchar, but I think it's okay. I don't want to be too much of a stickler. Defense is 12 through 26, which is pretty good. Special attack is confirmed for 24, which is pretty awesome, because the max is 31. Special defense is 0 through 11, which isn't great, because I think that's the stat that's being lowered. And speed is 7 through 11, which isn't very good, because speed's one of Chimchar's final evolution's best stats, so not great. But like I said, I don't want to be too much of a stickler. The 24 special attack is still really good, though, so I think I might stick with this Chimchar. But for now, we have to talk to Dawn over here. She says the professor's waiting on us. And once again, Barry runs into us. He goes on about he's a weirdo, but he's already gone. There's not, like, a desync. Now we talk to the professor as soon as we get there. And we're there. One thing I forgot to consider was what I'm going to name Chimchar. Didn't even think of it. Shoot. Yes, I'm going to give him a nickname. Chimchar is a he. That's why I keep saying he. I don't know. Shoot, I should have thought of this. Let me think for a minute. Okay, I'm going to name him Bunsen. As in Bunsen Burner. I think that's a nice name. Kind of sounds like Benson. But it's Bunsen. I thought it was B-U-N-T-S. Bunsen Burner. But it's actually Bunsen Burner. B-U-N-S-E-R. Bunsen. Oops, no. Bunsen. With an N. Bunsen. Come on, Kane. There we go. Bunsen. B-U-N-S-E-N. Yep, okay. I mess up spelling a lot, so I had to check it multiple times. That's the nickname we want? Yep. He's gonna talk about how when he first saw us step in tall grass with that Pokemon, I was shocked. Bunch of children, stuff like that. Not really important. But what is important is... I forgot when he does it. It's coming up. Anytime now. Come on. Oh, never mind. He introduces himself first. And then he asks if we want to take a Pokédex and collect all the Pokemon. And yes, we're going to collect most of them. Like I said earlier, we're going to collect all the Pokemon unique to this generation. Generation as in Gen 4, not just Sinnoh. But they're all included in Sinnoh for this time around. But yeah. Yeah, Dawn talks about how she chose Turtwig. Stuff like that. And then she leaves. Now we're free to go. We can finally explore. Except not. Donald waits for us. But first, Professor Rowan has a gift for us. He gives us TM27, which is Return. That does more damage the happier your Pokemon is. So happiness is a stat that ranges from 0 to 255, I believe. But most Pokemon start at 70 base happiness. So the higher your happiness stat, the more damage Return will do. And Dawn decides she's going to show us around. First, she shows us this orange building, which is a Pokemon Center. We go to it to heal our Pokemon. Then is the blue building, which is a Pokemart. It's where we can buy things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. She talks about how we need to tell our family that we're leaving. And by family, it's just our mom. But first things first, I want to go to the Pokemart. I'm going to show that if you buy 10 Pokeballs, you get a bonus Pokeball called a Premier Ball. You also get a Premier Ball as a added bonus. Cool. We actually have less money than we should because we lost a berry that first time, which is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, like I said, catching unique Pokemon. So we need some Pokeballs. For that, if we go down here, all the way down, we find an antidote. Pretty cool. I know where some hidden items are, but not all of them. So I'll be doing my best to find them all. I need to heal first. This is the Pokemon Center. This is what they all look like. Though, per town, they'll have different looking NPCs inside. But other than that, the layout's exactly the same. So yeah, now let's catch some Pokemon. Still not quite time for Kricketot to show up. So we'll have to do with just Starly and Bidoof. The first up is Starly. Level 3 female. Haven't really quite planned out my team, so I'm not sure who all to nickname. But for now, I think we're good. Oops. Critical hit. We actually learned Ember back at level 7. I forgot to mention. Or maybe I mentioned it. I'm not sure. But yeah, we accidentally killed Starly. Not good. Here's another chance. This time I'm just gonna scratch. That is low enough. Oops. We go to our bag. Pokeballs. Pokeball. And use. And that should be it. That should catch, definitely. Perfect. We're not going to give it a nickname. I don't think I'm going to use a Starly. I might change my mind later, but for now, no nickname. Now we just need a Bidoof. Hey, first try. Sweet. Let's see if you can live an Ember. No, I'll just go for Scratch. Oh my gosh. Another critical hit? That's kind of ridiculous. Critical hits do double damage in this generation, so you have a rare chance of getting them, and when you do, they'll do double damage that would have been done. That was a little mumbly, I think. Sorry about that. Another Starly. We don't need that. Okay, that took an odd amount of time, but we finally found another Bidoof. Go ahead and scratch. Hey, he missed a tackle. Let's go for a bag and Pokeball. There we go. No nickname. Now, I'm actually about 45 minutes away from being able to catch Kricketot, so I'm actually going to stop here and come right back. Okay, I'm back, and I turned up the volume once again, because it was still too quiet to me. So hopefully now it's a bit better. And it's 8 o'clock, that means we can find Kricketot. That's not Kricketot. Okay, it took 10 minutes. Actually, it took 8 minutes. But I finally found it. I'm not even gonna risk attacking it, I'm just gonna check a ball. There we go. Easy peasy. That's all it really took. Okay, now we have everything. We got our starter, a Starly, a Bidoof, and a Kricketot. Actually, Kricketot has a chance to hold an item called the Metronome. What a Metronome does is every time you use an attack, it gets stronger the next turn. So every time you use, like, Tackle, every time you use it in a row, it gets slightly stronger. But unfortunately, ours didn't have it. But right here, you get a hidden item. A tiny mushroom. Cool. And with that, that's actually going to be it for this episode. So, yeah, new series. Thank you for watching. I hope I see you next time. Bye.